I believe religious life is a call from God, and I see many times in my ministry young people are answering that call, whether to religious life or priesthood or lay ministry. And I believe deeply that God is calling people today and people are answering.
I am Marlene.
I'm Laura.
I am Fran.
I'm Gloria.
I'm Sister Anita.
I'm Lori.
I'm Jolynn.
I'm Katie.
I am Joanne, and I am called. I think women are still being called to religious life, having something more than just working for a paycheck, working for a cause, working for something greater than themselves. And I think that that's what women are being called to. And I see more and more women who have maybe done the other and it wasn't satisfying, so now they're looking for something more. 58 years ago, when I got the call, I was not interested in responding, but yet the call was so strong that I couldn't resist. And I'm so glad that I answered the call and that I'm being called over and over again to something new all the time.
The signs I see are that I believe there are people who have a deep sense that they want to belong to something that makes a difference. I think religious life is going to be much more mobile, and it's going to probably revolve around smaller pods of people who see there's something that needs to be done.
I know I've matured in my religious life and I've grown, but I still feel that love for God, and I still know very deep within myself that God has called me, and I try very much to answer that, but it's almost like you have to say yes every day to that call, over and over and over again.
I think it's an inspiration of the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit's it's always renewing. It's always renewing, so it's going to be renewed each year. It may not look the way it does today, but we will be there in a different and unique way again.
I truly, from the depth of my heart, believe that this lifestyle is critical to the life of the church. That there's always going to be a core of women and men who choose to give themselves completely to the mission of the church community and give themselves totally to the life of consecrated celibacy, vowed poverty, and obedience, because I believe that the freedom that gives us is a freedom that's unequaled anyplace else in our church.
I never wanted to become a nun, okay? My call, I thought, was to be married because I wanted family, a big family. But God has a different plan for me. I just came. It seems like I was just being pulled to the community. I just took my car, actually it was a Jeep, and I drove right up to the place, they call it Sinahanya, up the hill, and I knocked at the door and asked whether I could be admitted to the Franciscan sisters. There's something in us that's very, very deep, and that something within us, we mentioned, is Jesus. Once you radiate Christ, all of the good things will come out from within.
I do still feel called today, but it's for very different reasons. I think when I was 18, it was a much more romantic kind of sense of call. It was Jesus or God is calling me to be a sister. Today, it's very different from that. It feels more like a summoning of a message inside, what I would call a gospel message. I feel called to partner with others, to reach out to particularly the oppressed, anything or any part of creation that is limited or hurting or diminished in any way. We have some lovely, committed, energetic, fine women entering, and many communities don't, and that's been a real gift for us.
Absolutely, women are being called. I see it in the students that come, that are seeking, that are looking for their place, that are looking for something deeper, that come, that visit, that ask questions. And as I watch sisters, Sister Marlene, all of our sisters, what they've done and how they've lived out the gospel has continued to change. 5 years it might look like this, 10 years it might look like something else. So to follow the gospel is really about following the needs as they emerge.
I believe that God is always calling. And the future will depend on the response of those that He is constantly nudging to think about a response to the gospel and to the response of the God within their hearts.